Hi guys, George here at Optics Warehouse, and today I'm going to do a Vortex overview. So Vortex, they've been in the game for ages. They're probably one of the best known brands out of all the optics manufacturers, and they've earned it, pure and simple. They've got a product in every price point, which I will go through in a moment. I'm only going to be covering the main body or main product lines of scopes, not red dots and some of their other accessories. That's outside the scope of this video. But things like what makes Vortex so great is their quality control are brilliant. You know, we get a tiny fraction of returns on these guys, and if there is something wrong, their warranty, it is outstandingly good. Yes, a lot of other people say lifetime warranty and no quibble this or whatever, but we've had customers who've had house fires, the scope's been replaced or repaired. They've run over their kit, their own admission, their mistake, it's been fixed or replaced. They truly care about their scopes being able to withstand anything. And it doesn't matter whether it's a budget crossfire or the high-end razor. They've all got that warranty backup. So I'm going to start things off with their entry-level offerings, and that brings us to the Vortex Crossfire range. Now, starts the pattern of all Vortex scopes is that they are offered in a huge range of magnifications. Yeah, you can go down to a 1:4 in the Crossfire 2 range, all the way up to a 6:24 like I've got here. Most are adjustable objectives, some are fixed. The Crossfires all feature cap turrets and are just when you think rifle scope, Vortex Crossfire. They all start from just over £100 going up to about £3. They, depending on which exact spec that you're after. And these are just the solid workhorse. If you want a scope to put on I know your buggy gun before you're driving around fields and that, you're just going to get bashed around and things like that, this is your ticket. Moving on up from the Crossfire, we come to the Diamondback. The Diamondback, again, very similar range to the Crossfire. You're getting slightly better glass, slightly more upgraded internals. There's a little bit more of a emphasis in the range of going towards, let's say, more tactical or long range work. Again, offered in a whole host of magnifications, multiple rec choices, MOA and MRADs as well. And you start seeing the introduction of things like the lift up to unlock turrets or zero stops and things like that. And side focus gets introduced in the Diamondback range. Stepping up from the Diamondback, we come to the Viper. The Viper range of scopes, again, they sort of start to double down more on the tactical element. Here I've got the 3-15, I think it is. Yeah, 3-15 by 44. You've got nice, robust turrets, and I don't know if you can hear that, bringing back to the mic. A lot more audible clicks, a lot more tactile, again, going for that tactical element. A lot more first focal plane scopes start popping up here, and again, an improvement on glass and internals, your tracking, stuff like that, gets that little bit better. It's going to last that bit longer. Coming up from here, we get more into their mid-range scopes, the ones that most people think about. Here I've got a Strike Eagle, that's the next range up, and we start seeing more premium features. Just picking it up, even though it's a larger scope, it feels fairly lightweight. It feels a lot more quality. Again, we get the lift up to unlock turrets. Again, I'll see if you can hear that. Really audible, really tactile. A lot of first focal plane scopes. Here I've got the 5-25, and you'll see from the range up now, we see a lot more of that typical long range specs, 5-25s, 3-15s, that sort of thing. I should also mention in pretty much every range of these, they also offer some form of LPVO, your small power optics, for your sort of more AR-15 style builds. Worth noting, they are one of the few manufacturers who, for you airsofters out there, they will cover it being shot out. So if you're doing your skirmish and you take a BB straight through the lens, you are covered with Vortex. Not many manufacturers can say that. Moving on up, we come to the Venom. The Venom scopes, again, the main difference really is just extra glass quality, bit more of a focus on longer range stuff as opposed to being a generalist. You've got your side focus, all the features you would expect, and a real good, if you're looking, you don't want to spend the earth in terms of budget, but you want to be able to compete in long range target stuff. Very, very good option. Now we come to what I'm going to quote unquote say the more serious scopes. So here in front of me I've got the Golden Eagle. This is Vortex's sort of premier big mag. This is 15 to 60. So this is their big mag do it all. You know, there are people with, when they use the 50-foot adapters, use it in FT shooting, and it's done very well. I know a former colleague of mine used to use one to great effect. Bench rest, long range, just if you want high mag, you want to know you've got a scope that's going to last and be with you for as long as you are shooting, Golden Eagle is a very, very good choice. And now we come to the Razors. Now the Razors are Vortex's flagship range. There is nothing better in their lineup, and their glass is truly stunning to look through. Start off here, this is the HD LHT, which is probably a lesser known of the Vortex, of the Razor lineup. This is their hunting razor. They do offer it in a few magnifications. This is the 4.5 to 20, to 4.5 to 22 here. You've got lift up to unlock turrets. You've got illumination, side focus, everything you would expect of a modern scope, but you've got that premier Vortex glass. You've got all the internals. Essentially, it's a stripped back target scope to give you all the benefits of that target scope, but in a hunting setup. So if you're looking for low light stuff, this is a brilliant option. If you're looking for reliable, rugged, cannot stress it enough, very, very good option. And for the quality of the scope, price point wise, it's not mega. I think this is sub 1,500 quid, which you're not going to find that quality of glass in anything else. So now I'll say we're going to go to the Razor proper. This one you might know of a bit more. This is the 1 to 10 LPVO. This is what the British Army have adopted, and is being used in the Ranger regiments on their, is it the KC-1 rifles now? If it can survive battlefields, it's going to be absolutely brilliant on our setups here, whether it's hunting, whether it's more tactical work. There's not much more you can say about this. And then we come to the Razor Gen 3 6 to 36, and this is the flagship scope. This is just a pure long range PRS scope. You pick it up, it's a beastie boy. You've got high mag, you've got their brilliant, I think is it rev stop they call it, zero stop system in here. So essentially what you do, you take this turret off, there's a smaller turret inside that you zero with, and then your zero stops all set just from the off. It's a really good system that I think they need to do on some other things. You do have as well, see if I can get it to come out here. There you go. Don't know how well you can see that there, the little nubbing coming out of that. That is your rotation indicator, rotation flag. So you always know where you are in your travel. And as you can hear, really audible clicks. They are very tactile. Basically, this is the scope that most PRS guys are going to aspire to, and with very good reason. They are absolutely cracking. So in summary, basically, if you're a shooter, Vortex has something that is going to suit you at a price point that's going to suit you. I can't say enough good things about them. I know as well, just as a side note, the distributors here in the UK are absolutely excellent to deal with. If we have issues, they'd rather you guys just go straight to them. They don't want to keep customers at a distance. They want to get involved, and it's really nice to see, and can't sing their praises any more than I can Vortex's. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you found it informative. If you have any questions, put them down below, and I'll see you next time.